Sometimes doing the right thing means standing against everyone, even your own people. This is the story of a man who pointed his gun, not at the enemy, but at his own army, to save innocent lives. His name was Hugh Thompson Jr. And on March 16, 1968, in the middle of the Vietnam War, he made one of the bravest decisions in history. The Vietnam War was one of the most brutal conflicts of the 20th century. Villages were bombed, jungles burned, and soldiers were ordered to destroy anything that looked like the enemy. That morning, Hugh Thompson, a US Army helicopter pilot, was flying his small, unarmed chopper over a village called My Lai. He was ordered to support ground troops below, who were supposedly clearing out Viet Cong fighters. But what he saw from the air didn't look like a battle. As Thompson flew closer, he saw something unthinkable. Hundreds of unarmed civilians, men, women, and children, being rounded up and shot by American soldiers. Bodies filled the ditches. Smoke rose from burning huts. He couldn't believe his eyes. These weren't enemy soldiers, they were villagers. Thompson turned to his crew and said, "That's not right. We've got to do something." He radioed his commanders, reporting the massacre. But they ignored him. The killings continued. So Hugh Thompson made a decision that could have cost him his life. He landed his helicopter between the US soldiers and a group of terrified villagers. He told his gunner, "If they fire on those civilians, you fire back." Imagine that, an American pilot pointing his guns at his own troops just to protect the innocent. Thompson got out of his helicopter and shouted to the soldiers on the ground to stand down. He helped women, children, and old men onto his helicopter, flying them to safety again and again. By the end of the day, more than 500 civilians were dead in My Lai. But thanks to Hugh Thompson and his crew, dozens survived. When Thompson reported what he saw, the military tried to cover it up. He was called a traitor, received death threats, and was nearly court-martialed for disobeying orders. But he never changed his story. He said, "I'd rather be court-martialed for stopping the wrong thing than praised for doing the wrong thing." Years later, after decades of silence, he was finally recognized as a hero. In 1998, the US government awarded him the Soldier's Medal for Bravery, the highest honor for heroism without combat. Hugh Thompson Jr. showed the world that real courage isn't following orders. It's following your conscience. He stood up when no one else would. He risked everything, his career, his life, his honor, to save people who had no one else to protect them. He once said, "Don't do the easy thing. Do the right thing."